And good afternoon. Welcome to Open Studios DSTV channel 263. My name is Pamela Mhlanga, aka the P Master, and I am your host for this afternoon. Now, we're going to be having a very interesting show today. I mean, we're talking about dating, something that forms a large part of our lives. Every single person out there seeks pleasure, seeks dating, and to find love. And joining us here is someone who I definitely believe that she's an expert in this field. I mean, she's an author, she's a radio personality, and I believe she's been doing this for quite some time. And she will be sharing her experiences with us and talking more about dating. Cindy, good afternoon. Welcome to Open Studio.
Good afternoon and thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Well, it's amazing to also be having you on studio this afternoon. Now, just before we could actually go anywhere, tell us about yourself. What is it that you do? Who is Cindy actually to viewers listening out there?
Well, my background is a little bit, it didn't start off in this industry. I come from a sales and marketing background, but it developed when I was diagnosed with HIV and AIDS myself into me becoming a counselor, becoming an activist for people living with HIV and AIDS. And yeah, I've been married twice and I have 2 children. So over the years, I've experienced dating as a HIV negative person as well as an HIV positive person. So it's been quite an interesting journey. Yeah. So I hope I can share some of those tidbits with people about what has happened and how to stay away from certain things and what to embrace.
Now, what I find interesting is that most people actually start in the corporate world, and then while we are there, you actually find something that you're really passionate about and you move from it. Now, tell us about dating. I mean, dating as a whole. I think people actually sometimes mistake in the word dating. We sometimes get into relationships just for the sake of having someone being there and saying that I love you, which I believe is something that most people actually do. So what is this concept of dating,
I just believe that people have come to accept the fact that if you're not dating, if you haven't got somebody alongside you, society is going to frown. Why? What's wrong with you? Haven't you got anybody that loves you? I got to the point in my life that I actually don't care whether anybody's around me or not, because I've become comfortable with myself. Now I know it's easier for somebody that's older and gone through dating and had marriages or whatever the case may be, but as a youngster, I think the pressure's actually on them to be accepted within their peer group. You've got no boyfriend, what's wrong, or girlfriend, what's wrong with you, So yes, there is pressure, but there shouldn't be. You should be going through your studies, you should get yourself sorted and grounded before you even start thinking of dating. Had I known what I know now, I think I would have approached things very differently.
I must say, man. And also I must say, even with myself, I've experienced the same things. I mean, every single day, and it becomes so much difficult. I mean, with youth people, when you are young, you feel like things should be happening now. You want things now, you want the money now, you want to be having a boyfriend now, and as you're saying, that the pressure actually comes in. Now it brings us to this one now. What is the accurate age for one to actually start dating? Because I believe in high school, in primary school, and not primary rather, but in school.
No, you're not far wrong there about primary school.
Teachers always talk about this. They tell us that, you cannot be dating at this age. Wait till varsity. And then when you get to varsity, they tell you that, oh my God, too much work here. You do not have time for social life. When is the right time for you to actually start dating?
The sad thing is that you just accidentally mentioned primary school. But the sad thing is that people aren't being educated by their parents. People believe that the educational department needs to educate children, and the sad thing is that children of 9 and 10 years old are falling pregnant. We don't put that into dating as such, but if you think of it, I mean, why is this child vulnerable?
It's true.
But when you go into high school, in my day and age, I think we were around about 12. We'd go to the movies. Then it was Bioscope, it wasn't the movies, and it would just be holding your boyfriend in inverted commas hand. You wouldn't even look at each other. He'd buy you a chocolate, and then you say wave goodbye when off you go. That was her case. But in this day and age, with the internet and children having access to so much more than what we had, they start interacting. I know at the age of 14, I think you're only allowed on Facebook. So they immediately, the minute that they can get onto Facebook, the world is open to them. And I do not, honestly, a safe age to start dating, a safe-ish age, I would say is about 16 to at least go to parties and friends. But unfortunately, that's not the way it is.
not the case. Yeah,
Children
true.
of 12 and 13, I mean, they're not even teenagers yet. And off they're going, their parents are allowing them, because it's just convenient for the parents, you know, fob them off to somebody to go and stay overnight somewhere, and they don't know what's happening at the other house.
When they're there?
I mean, we know what we got up to.
And even at a younger age, man, I'd like to believe even younger than that, because I had a niece who would come at home and tell me that, you know what, I actually got a boyfriend in this, and I'm like, okay, as young as you are, like, and you know, as a parent, when a child comes to you and tell you about their boyfriend, it is like a joke. You don't actually
It's 5,
take it
6 year
serious.
old.
You're like, oh
My girlfriend and my boyfriend at nursery school.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's a joke. But it should be taken quite seriously.
Yeah, it should be.
Because why are they saying that? Because they believe that they actually have to have a boyfriend or girlfriend.
Yeah.
Because society dictates it.
Dictates. So when exactly do you believe it is the right age for parents to start having such conversation with their children?
As soon as that child starts to take any interest in anything, I recall buying my children, well before they started asking questions. The minute they start asking questions, where do I come from?
Yeah.
You need to actually start addressing the topic.
Yeah.
And before my children started to ask questions, I had a little what boys should know and what girls should know, little books. So I was prepared. What I did was I read the book, I gave the book to them to read while I was there, and then we started to discuss the book. And that was quite young. I would say my children were probably about 9 or 10, 11, going on 11, around about that age. But you need to start talking about things like that.
All right, man. Now we're going to be going to an ad break right now. When you come back, we're going to be continuing with the conversation right here. Stay right there. As you can see, it's very intense. And we're going to be getting into now social media and how it is actually playing an impact in the whole dating thing. Pimela Mhlanga, aka the P Master, DSTV channel 263.